Hello guys, you're most welcome to this channel once again. Our chicks are still doing well. If you have been wondering what happened to our project that has been a while, we have not yet posted another new video, but you can look at our chicks on your own. Just take a look at them, have a view of them. They have grown up, you see. They are still doing well. And you know, as we have told you earlier on, we brought here 100 chicks, and for sure we have been committed and we have been working hard. We have been taking care of them. No any other chick has died yet, so you can have a view of our chicks. They have grown up. At this stage now, someone can easily differentiate between the hen and the cock. If you look at the comb, you look at the feathers, you see how they are doing well. This is a good project. Anyone can do the same project at home. It can be beneficial to you, and I trust you what you'll benefit a lot in growing chicken. It is a very good and viable project. There are several changes which has happened in this brooder, and yes, of course, we have the people who have been full-time here. They have been working together, making sure that the chicks are healthy and doing all that is required for the chicks to keep healthy up to this moment, that no another death has been registered. You can see there they are busy feeding. That's their feeder, and that's the feed their. Yes, those are our chicks. They're okay. Now, of course, with me here, I have some friends, people who have been attending to the chicks. Yes, hello. Yes, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Yona Jawiambe.
Yes, this is Yona. Yona, your chicks are doing well. Can you briefly just tell us the secret about this?
Yeah, these chicks are doing well just because we are following most of the management practices that are required to be done in the poultry unit. Right from the time they are introduced, like 1 day old chicks, from the time they are introduced up to the time that you sell them. So, or if you follow the maintain like all the management practices very well, you will eventually succeed.
Okay, thank you. The last time I posted a video about these chicks, there were some peppers on top of the litters, and now that we are here taking another video, there's no pepper on the litters. Why? What could be the reason why you have now removed the peppers?
Initially, the purpose for this peppers to be sprayed on the litters when the birds are very young, like they're yet chicks, very small as they were on those days, they can easily be tempted to pick some of the litters. You know, their digestive systems are not all that well developed, so they may be tempted to pick some of the litter particles, or they may be tested to just eat as their feeds when actually it is not. So one of the purposes is to spread the litters so that when they are feeding, they just feed on the feeds that they are being given.
Okay, thank you. Yes, we have yet another friend here. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Patrick.
Komakech. Now, there's also other changes here. Last time there were some fire pots. I think there were 2 fire pots in the brooder, and now the fire pots are not there. Can you tell our viewers why you have already removed the fire pots?
Actually, before I go to fire, let me first add something onto newspapers. The reason that's why we always put newspaper is to protect this bird against sharp object, because you never know. This litter might be obtaining some sharp object. That is the reason that's why we always put newspaper when they are still young. Concerning fire, we assume that these birds are widow. They have no mothers. Now we need to obtain that temperature. That temperature needs to be obtained, and the room has to be warm enough. The required temperature in the room has to be 32 to 37 degrees Celsius. The reason that's why we remove this pot, we want to do what we call hardening off. We want this bird to be hard so that we can eliminate on the cost of production. Because if we continue put in fire, the cost of production will continue increasing. We will operate on losses.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. I understand even the litters here are always removed after a period of time. How often do you change the litters?
We do change the litters after every 7 days or 1 week. The reason being, they will be defecating and sometimes the water will be pouring down on the litter. Then the litter will get compact. That's why we always remove it and the ground will become wet.
Okay, thank you. For someone to keep these chicks healthy, what I know is that these chicks were brought here 1 day old. They were just 1 day old chicks, and up to now, how long have they taken here?
These birds are already 1 month and 2 days.
1 month and 2 days. Of course, there must be a secret for keeping them healthy up to now, and as always, I see birds are vaccinated. Do you also vaccinate your birds?
We do vaccinate, and the reason that's why they're healthy, the first thing we are following, good management practice. Every day what you need to do, you wash all these drinkers, feeding trough, and you make sure you change feeds.
Yes, for sure. I think you have understood hygiene is very important here. These drinkers and the feeds are often washed and clean, so that they must be clean for the chicks. Just like any other person needs a clean plate for eating, even these chicks, the feeders must be clean often for them to feed on something good. Not something that can cause them ill, can bring some illness to them. Yes, Yana.
Yes, sir.
Once again, what vaccines did you use to vaccinate your chicks on?
Thank you very much. You know, when birds are newly introduced, like those 1 day old chicks, when they're newly introduced, let me first start by giving that small process. On the first day, when they have just arrived, you receive them, then you allow them to first rest without giving them water, without giving them any feed for at least 30 minutes. Then after which you give them glucose. You mix in water. That they will take and they will gain energy because glucose gives energy to them. Then secondly, when coming now to giving vaccinations, we give vaccination like the first one we give them vaccinations after 6 days. After 6 days of receiving them, you give them vaccination. That is none other than Newcastle and the infectious bronchitis. That is, you give them in 6 days time after receiving them. Then secondly, that the route of administration is you use Ochula. Ochula means dropping them in the eyes. So you give them through eyes. Then the second vaccination that you vaccinate them after 14 days. So after 14 days, which vaccine do you give them? So in 14 days time, you give them Gomboro. That will be the first phase, maybe the first time. Yeah, you give them Gomboro vaccine. Then in 21 days also you will add another Gomboro. That will be in the second time of Gomboro, because we give them 2 times, the first day and also the second dose comes after 21 days. Then you continue counting. You come and give them another vaccine, that is Newcastle and the infectious bronchitis, again in the 28th day. When you are done with that one, you also keep monitoring other conditions that may be existing. So for the Newcastle and infectious bronchitis that you give in the 28th day, you mix that one in water. They drink it in their water that they drink. Then on the 6th, you keep counting. Now when you reach the 6th week, that is around one month and some 2 weeks. Yes, you give them what we call smallpox vaccines. Then that is, you give them in the wing stabs in this area here. So that is how to do it. Then you continue, but you make sure that you don't forget. If possible, when you are like buying the chicks, you make sure also you ask for a vaccination calendar so that you are easily following them and you don't forget. Then on the 16th week, on the 16th week, you come on and give them some dewormers. So the dewormers will also protect them and will, just continue making them also healthy. That one is also given in drinking water. You just mix them with water according to the doses that is then given. So by so doing, I assure you that you will not regret why you are raising chicks. Maybe you are involved in poultry production. Thank you.
Yes, okay. Thank you. If it is your first time to following us on this video, please go and watch the other videos that we posted earlier on. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel, and we shall keep you up to date on the project. The project is still moving on well. Remember, 100 chicks, 1 day old, and they are still doing well. I said it earlier on. No another chick has died yet. Our project is still going on well. We promise you we shall make sure we answer your questions. If you have anything that you want to know about this chicken farming, please drop in your comment in the comment section. We shall be able to answer you. There was someone who asked me about how much can I start this simple project at home. Please, you also can do the same. Ask us your questions in the comment section. We shall be able to answer you back, and you'll find out what really it takes for this project to be viable, for this project to be a success. And we have seen that hygiene is much more important for the chicks. We have seen that you also have to vaccinate your chicks after a certain period of time. And also, what you need to note that you must be changing the litters. We saw at the earlier stages we used to cover the litters with papers or some kind of newspapers if you have, so that the young chicks should not peck the litters, because when the chicks peck the litters can cause digestive disorder and some problems, and eventually they can die. And now we are at the stage where we have removed the papers, and the chicks are now mature enough. They are free to feed on their feeds here, even without the peppers. So you can see they are very free, they are very active, they are lively. It is 1 month and 2 days now. The chicks are 1 month and 2 days. And now, Yana,
Yes.
have you tried to weigh these chicks, or do you know the weight of each chick here?
Yes, we have been weighing these chicks, and currently, as we talk, they have gained. Otherwise, from the beginning, we were weighing them and they were giving us good grams. You see, these grams keep increasing every day. So, like on average, they were like 400 grams. But from the beginning, it was something simple. I don't know if you can refer me to my chart I see from close distance. It will be okay. This is how we have been doing it for weighing. So we could carry out their weight to see whether they are okay averagely, whether they are losing or they are gaining. So like on the first day, from the first day we started like getting 99.09, like this one's in grams. Then it kept increasing. It just kept increasing every day, because you have to do it every day so that you know your success or your failure. Then weight losses, if they are also there, you also record them accordingly. It is very important as a very serious record. So this is how we have been managing it, but they were doing very well and they're still doing very, very well.
Wow, there's something that you didn't know about the project. These people keep their record clear. The chart is here on the wall, and this is the record for temperature, the record for level of feeds intake, and also the record for the weight gain and the weight loss. They are very clearly seen here on the chart. This is how serious we are with the project. Of course, if you want your project to be a success, if you want to do something different in the community, in your area, then you must be committed, you must be serious about it. And you can see this chart showing the general activities in and around the poultry unit. Always the activities that they always do is recorded, so that the person, the attendant, the person who is supposed to take care of the chicks know of each responsibility supposed to do. We have the vaccination calendar, as you can see, and the vaccines My friend has been talking about Gomboro. You can see in day 14, Gomboro. Yeah, that was the vaccine given. And how is it given? High drop or put in the drinking water. Yeah, this is just for seriousness. For every project to be a success, there must be seriousness. So we have our chart on the wall. This keeps us going so that we know what to do and what we have done and how far we progressing with the project. And of course, for every project to be a success, there must be some challenges. I can't tell you, I can't lie that everything went on smoothly and we are okay like this because we were running smoothly. There are also some challenges for the project. Komakech, maybe can you briefly tell us what challenges did you face in this poultry farming or chicken rearing in particular?
Concerning this project, as we mentioned before, you have to be committed. The first thing, the first day of arrival, you make sure you attend to this bird from the time they arrive up to morning time. The reason being, they should not be handling together. If they're handling together, they will die. The second thing, the issue of charcoal. The project has consumed a lot of charcoal. Over these few weeks, we are putting fire. The third thing, feed. As they are growing, that level of feed intake always increase every day, as you are seeing. If I can show you on the chart, here is level of feed intake. The first week, we started with 1.5 kilograms. The second day, 1.5 kilograms. The third day, 2 kilograms. The fifth day, 2.2 kilograms. The fourth day, as we are continuing, the level of feed intake always increase. That's why they are gaining in kilograms. They are gaining in kilograms.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Are you still new here? Please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. We will keep on updating you on the project and many other projects that we shall be running so that you also do your own. Please, chicken rearing is very beneficial. It requires a minimal capital. You can start your own at the backyard, at your home, and it will be a success. I promise you. You just need to commit yourself. Commit yourself, work hard, and keep these chicks just like anyone can keep the babies at home. So they will grow. No chick will die if you take care of them. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe.